Everyone. How is everybody doing this evening? My name is Gabriella. I'll be leading you in this evening's yoga class. So we'll give some people another moment to sign on. If you're working from home or you're in an office and you like to use yoga props, and you have any on hand that you like, take a moment to perhaps grab those if you haven't already. Typically, I instruct with maybe like a blanket for Shavasana, also a yoga strap if you happen to have one, and then maybe a pair of blocks. No worries if you don't have those things, totally optional, but those would be the 3 props that I would be cueing with or for. I'm going to go ahead and read us our fitness waiver, get that going. So by opening this Zoom meeting, you agree that you have read this consent and understand its content. By continuing the video, you hereby voluntarily give consent to engage in a fitness class. You understand that this class is voluntary and you are in no way obligated to actively participate, but you may observe as an option. This does not in any way impact eligibility for health insurance coverage. No results will be given in this class, and you are able to cease your participation at any time. This class may involve the use of heart, lungs, blood vessels, muscular skeletal system. It is designed to increase the demands on these systems. You understand the class may include the use of free weights, exercise bands, stability balls, and other portable exercise equipment. You understand that you are responsible for monitoring your own condition throughout the class. Should any unusual symptoms occur, you will cease your participation immediately. Unusual symptoms may include chest discomfort, nausea, difficulty breathing, joint or muscular injury. In participating, you agree to assume all risks of this class. You further understand that although this class is being sponsored by Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare Incorporated and or its affiliates, Harvard Pilgrim should not at any time or at any extent whatsoever be liable, responsible, or in any way accountable for any loss, injury, or damage to be suffered or sustained by any person at any time in connection with or as a result of this class. You hereby release Harvard Pilgrim, its affiliates, subsidiaries, divisions, directors, and employees from any and all legal claims arising out of, in connection with, or in any way related to your participation in this class. All right. So let's go ahead and do some yoga. So we're going to start by getting comfortable on the mat. So lying down. Now, those who have a yoga strap or would like to go ahead and grab one, let's grab one of those. And then if you're using blocks, let's bring our blocks by the sides of the mat as well, just so that they're within an easy reach. And like I said, let's come and lie down onto the mat. So yoga strap nearby, if you have one and you're using it. Lying down onto the mat. And we're just going to start by getting centered. So let's just start by taking a couple cycles of breath. Just gently taking an inhale through the nose and then taking an exhale through the mouth. And let's do that a couple more times. Let's take an inhale through the nose and an exhale through the mouth. And let's perhaps take a couple more of those. So we're gently thinking about expanding the lungs with the inhale. And as you're exhaling, you're releasing through the mouth. So let's make sure we have an audible exhale. I saw a little message coming up, so let me check that out. 2 chats here. Thank you, everyone. Well, thank you. Thank you for thanking me. And thank you for giving thanks to me, hoping not too restorative. No, don't worry. We'll move to. I just want to get us warmed up. So we're just going to start by getting centered. I like to make sure, our muscles are prepped and are ready for our transitions and whatnot. So don't worry. So again, we're inhaling, reaching the arms back behind us. Exhaling to relax the arms back on down. Let's do that one more time. Take an inhale, reach the arms back behind you. Exhale to release. And then let's gently bring the knees in towards the chest. And let's start to release the low back. So now those who have a strap, if it's more comfortable for you to put the strap around the shins, hold on to either side of that, feel free to take that option. Again, just an option that I'm mentioning in case anyone has props. Otherwise, the legs can hold themselves. Your hip flexors can hold your legs up into the chest. So the arms can stay relaxed either way. And we're just kind of rocking the knees from side to side. Maybe we start to take some nice big circles with the knees. All just options. If it actually feels better to your low back to just kind of pause and hold the knees into the chest, feel free to stay there. We're just releasing tension from the low back so that we can monitor the low back as we proceed in our practice, so that we can notice if any tension starts to build in any of our poses. From knees and towards the chest, let's move up to a happy baby. So let's grab the toes, the ankles, maybe the backs of the knees, sending the feet up towards the ceiling and gently rocking the hips from side to side. Let's take a couple more moments here. And then let's gently relax the feet down, bottoms of the feet together, knees nice and wide. Let's interlace the fingers, flip the palms, take an inhale for length to reach the arms back behind us. And an exhale to bring the arms back on down. Let's one more time take an inhale to reach the arms back behind. Let's take an exhale to bring the arms back down, and then let's bring the knees together. If you've got a strap, put that yoga strap around the right foot, reach the right foot up towards the ceiling. If you don't have a strap, that's okay. Just interlace your hands at the back of the right thigh. And we're all gonna gently flex that right foot. So we're thinking about like holding the ceiling up with that right foot. That's what's going to start to stretch and open your hamstring. So we don't want to tug on the leg. We're not forcing the leg straight. The muscles themselves are lengthening. Let's maybe take a couple circles with that right ankle. And then let's gently switch direction with our circles. And then from here, let's bring that right foot back down. Let's switch sides. Strap can either go up to that left foot or interlace the hands at the back of the left thigh. And again, we just kind of pause for a moment, hang out here, flexing that left foot. Taking another moment or two here. And then let's start to maybe roll the ankle a couple of times, that left ankle. And then let's switch direction. And then from here, let's gently release that strap. Put it off the side if you were using it. Let's come on up to a comfortable seated position. So setting the legs up in whatever shape is comfortable for you. Let's interlace the fingers, flip the palms, round the upper back, allow the head to gently drop down. Let's take an inhale to lengthen, reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Let's take an exhale to fold on down. Again, relaxing the head back down. Again, an inhale, we lengthen. Spine becomes nice and long as the arms reach up. We exhale to round. And then one more time, let's inhale, reach the arms up, release the hands, right hand drops down, left arm reaches up and over for a nice side body stretch. Press into the right hand, come on up, left hand drops down, right arm reaches up and over. Let's come back on up through center, reach the hands back behind you, interlace the hands, squeeze your shoulder blades together, gently drop the chin down, give the head a couple little shakes from side to side. And then once again, inhale, reach the arms up, exhale, right hand drops down, left arm reaches up and over. Let's come back up through center, left hand drops down, right arm reaches up and over. Let's come back up through center. This time we twist, reaching the arms up, relaxing with the exhale into a twist towards that right leg. And then from here, let's inhale back through center, reach the arms up. Let's exhale, take a twist towards the left. And then let's gently come back through center. Let's make our way to a child's pose. Now, remembering that you can set the legs however you would like in child's pose. Knees can be wider, even as wide as the mat, which creates more space for the chest and belly to relax down between the legs. And also kind of releases the outer hips a little bit more. You could also keep the knees close together and allow the legs to kind of support the chest and belly. And knees closer together is generally more relaxing to the low back if there's any tension there. So let's take a couple more moments in our child's pose, just allowing the tailbone to be nice and heavy. And then from here, let's gently start to come on up to a tabletop. Bring the knees just so they're underneath their hips. And then from here, let's drop the belly, open up the chest for cow pose. Let's exhale, round the spine for cat pose. Let's take a couple more here. Take an inhale, open the chest for cow. Exhale, let's round the spine, push the floor away for cat pose. Again, we inhale to open up the chest. We exhale to round. One more time. Inhale, drop the belly, open the chest for cow. Exhale, round the spine for cat pose. Let's come back to a tabletop. Tuck the toes, take a downward dog, hips nice and high, up towards the ceiling. Start to maybe bend the knees and gently start to pedal up the legs a little bit here, alternating, dropping each heel down, just focusing on your spine being nice and long and your head and neck is relaxed. So your neck is an extension of the spine. So we always want it to line up with the spine. So just taking that into consideration here, maybe giving the head a little shake from side to side, perhaps, making sure there's no tension in the neck. And then from here, let's walk the feet to meet the hands, forward fold. Now, if you have blocks nearby, you can bring blocks underneath the hands as a way to kind of support and bring the floor up to you. Otherwise, arms are relaxed, upper body is relaxed over the legs. Nice and slow and gentle. We're all going to rise all the way on up with our inhale. Reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Interlace the fingers. Flip the palms as you exhale. Take an inhale and a nice big bend towards the right. Let's gently come back through center. Take a nice big bend towards the left. Coming back through center. Bend the elbows. Open up the chest. Let's again press the arms up towards the ceiling. Let's exhale, take a twist towards the right with wide arms. Inhale back through center. Exhale, we twist towards the left. Inhale back through center. Exhale, we fold over the legs, forward fold. Let's inhale to a halfway lift. Hands coming to the shins, to the knees, reaching the chest forward. Exhale to fold back down over the legs, forward fold. Bend the knees for a chair pose, nice and gentle. Let's inhale to rise up through chair. Let's exhale, bend the elbows, open up the chest. Inhale to reach the arms up. Exhale, you're taking a twist towards the right. Inhale to come back through center. Exhale to take a twist towards the left. Inhale back up through center. Exhale, you melt over the legs into a forward fold. Upper body relaxing over the legs. Inhale to lift up just halfway. So chest is reaching forward, spine is long. Exhale to fold back down over the legs. Again, we take a chair pose. We bend the knees, nice and gentle with the inhale. Rise all the way on up to stand. One more time. Bend those elbows, open up the chest. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, we take a twist towards the right with wide arms. Inhale back up through center. Exhale, a twist towards the left with wide arms. Inhale back up through center. Exhale, we fold, stepping back to downward dog. From our downward dog, inhale, reach that right leg back behind you, toes to the ceiling for a three-legged dog. Maybe bend the right knee, open up the front of the right hip flexor. And then that right foot can gently come back down. Left leg reaches high, toes to the ceiling, pause there. Maybe bend the left knee, open up the front of the left hip flexor. Left foot comes back down, drop down to the knees. Let's take a puppy pose. Let's bring the hands and forearms onto the mat. Pressing the tailbone up towards the ceiling, just like a down dog, and relaxing the head and chest down. Taking a moment or two here in puppy pose. And then let's rock all the way forward. So we land in Sphinx pose. Belly and pelvis land on the mat. Toes are untucked, so the tops of your feet are on the floor. Elbows are directly underneath your shoulders. It does matter so that you can open up the chest a little bit more. Now we can stay right here, or we can gently press into the hands, lifting up the forearms just a couple of inches, as long as there's no tension in the low back, if you do so. And then let's allow the forearms to come back down. Left forearm comes at a diagonal at the top of your mat. Right hand next to the rib cage, we start to take a little twist. Just relaxing into that twist here. And then let's gently come back through center. Let's reset in Sphinx pose so the spine comes back to neutral. And then that right forearm can come at a diagonal. Left hand next to the rib cage. We take a twist. Think about going like 60%. You do not have to go to your maximum, amount of rotation to get the benefit from this. Sometimes going gentler actually has more benefit. And then let's come back through center. Let's slide the hands back next to the ribs. Baby cobra, your elbows are squeezed and close to your sides. Let's press up and back to a child's pose, dropping the tailbone down towards the heels. Let's come on up to a tabletop again. Tuck the toes. Take a downward dog, hips nice and high. Reach that right leg back behind you, toes to the ceiling for a three-legged dog. Step that right foot between the hands. Let's come on up to a warrior two. So we've got that nice 90-degree angle in the right knee. Your right heel is running down directly, kind of like bisecting the arch of that left leg, that left foot rather. Arms nice and wide. Let's keep the legs reverse of warrior. Left hand drops down, right arm reaches up and over. Come back through warrior two. Relax the right forearm onto the thigh. Left arm reaches up and over. Let's come back up through warrior two. straighten the right leg. Now for triangle, we can relax that right hand down to the right leg as we rotate. We could also grab a block if we're using it and bring a block to the outside of the right ankle and bring that right hand onto the block. Either way, we're thinking about this bottom right rib cage. It's spinning around to face whatever wall window that you're facing. So it's all about the chest, opening up the chest. From here, let's all bend that right knee, come back up to warrior two. Right away, drop the left hand down, reverse that warrior. Let's come back up through warrior two. Relax the right forearm onto the right thigh, left arm reaches up and over. Let's come back up through warrior two. One more time, straighten that right leg. Triangle pose, here we go. Right hand to that right leg or to a block. Take another moment or two here. Let's bend that right knee, come back on up through warrior two. Hands spin down to come to the floor. Your block can go off to the side. We take a twist. Left knee can drop down and we can twist towards the right, or the left leg can stay lifted and we're all twisting towards that right leg. Right hand comes down, we make our way back to a downward dog, or maybe a three-legged dog along the way, reaching that right leg back up behind you. Right foot comes back on down. Let's switch sides. Left leg goes high, toes to the ceiling for a three-legged dog. And then let's step that left foot between the hands, rising on up to a warrior two. Arms nice and wide, keep the legs. Drop that right hand down, left arm reaches up and over for reverse warrior. Come back through warrior two. Relax that left forearm onto the thigh, right arm reaches up and over. Back on up through warrior two. Straighten the left leg, triangle pose. Left hand to that left leg or to the block. Chest gently opens. And then from here, we gently bend that left knee, coming back up to warrior two. Right away, drop that right hand down, left arm reaches up and over. Come back through warrior two, left forearm relaxing onto the thigh, right arm reaches up and over. Floating back through warrior two, straighten that left leg, take a triangle. Again, chest is opening up towards whatever wall you're facing. That left rib cage this time is spinning around to meet the right. And then from here, let's come back up again to warrior two. Take a big dive down with your hands. Your block can go off to the side. We pivot onto those right toes. Right knee can drop down as we twist towards the left, or right leg can stay lifted. It's a twist either way. Let's all bring that left hand back down, downward dog, or maybe send the left leg high along the way to a three-legged dog. We'll bring that left leg back on down, drop down to the knees. Let's take our first chaturanga from the knees, untucking the toes, bend the elbows. Elbows are close to your sides as we lower all the way down. Land here in a baby cobra. Elbows squeeze in by your sides. If you're taking up dog, pressing into the hands and then to the tops of your feet and moving on up through up dog. Legs are lifted to support the pelvis. We'll all meet in a downward dog, rolling over the toes from up dog, pushing up and back from baby cobra. Let's walk the feet to meet the hands, meeting in a forward fold. Again, just relaxed over the legs. And then from here, let's gently inhale, rise all the way on up. Exhale, bend the elbows, open up the chest. Inhale to rise on up, reaching the arms up. Exhale, a twist towards the right with wide arms. Inhale back through center. Exhale, a twist towards the left with wide arms. Inhale back through center. Exhale, fold back down over the legs, forward fold. Making our way back to a downward dog.
From downward dog, dropping down to the knees, untucking the toes, chaturanga. Let's bend the elbows, lower all the way back down. Hands can stay on the floor, elbows squeeze in for baby cobra, or perhaps there's another up dog pressing into the hands and into the tops of the feet for an upward dog, leaning back and up in a downward dog. Hips are high, spine is long. Once you've landed in your down dog, maybe again giving the head a couple little shakes from side to side. Making sure the neck is relaxed. And then let's gently walk the hands back towards the feet, forward fold at the back of the mat. Let's gently bend the knees for chair pose. Inhale to rise all the way on up. Exhale, bend the elbows, open up the chest. Inhale to reach the arms up. Exhale, take a twist towards the right with wide arms. Inhale back up through center. Exhale, let's take a twist towards the left. Inhale back up through center. Exhale, we just melt right back down over the legs, forward fold. And then gently walking the hands back out to a downward dog. Hips are high. Let's again reach that right leg back behind, toes to the ceiling for a three-legged dog. And then let's step that right foot between the hands, rising up to a warrior one. So we've got a nice big bend in that right knee. Left foot's a little bit more towards the left side of the mat. So think about standing on train tracks rather than on a tightrope. So you've got space. Take up space on your mat. It will help with stability and feel better for the hips. We're going to inhale, bend that right knee, reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, straighten the right leg, bring the arms down. We inhale to bend, reaching the arms up. We exhale to relax the arms back out. 2 more times. Inhale, bend for warrior one. Exhale, straighten, relax down. Final time, we inhale to bend. Keep warrior one. Bring the hands down, pivot onto the right, left toes rather, so you're in a lunge. Right leg goes back nice and high. Toes to the ceiling for a three-legged dog. We're going to step that right foot back between the hands. Left foot again, a little bit more towards the left side of your mat, but all 10 toes are facing directly forward. A little bend in that left knee for a crescent lunge as we come all the way on up. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, grab that left wrist. Take a little bend towards the right. Let's come back through center. Relax the hands back down. Downward dog, maybe a three-legged dog with that right leg. Right foot comes back down. Now, where do you want to land? Do you want to hang out in downward dog for a couple cycles of breath? Take a child's pose. Would you like to take a chaturanga from the knees, or maybe a full chaturanga from plank, bending the elbows, lowering down? Baby cobra, maybe an up dog. Take your time. We meet back and up in a downward dog. Hips nice and high. From downward dog, that left leg reaches back behind, toes to the ceiling. Step that left foot between the hands. Warrior one, here we go. Right foot a little bit towards the right side of your mat, 45-degree angle for that right foot. Left knee is bent, we're in that 90-degree angle. We're inhaling to expand the sides of the body, reach the arms up. We're exhaling to straighten that left leg, relax the arms back down. Let's again bend that left knee, reach the arms on up. Exhale, straighten the left leg, relax the arms down. Again, we bend the left knee for warrior one, reach the arms on up. Relax the arms down, straighten the left leg. One more time, bend that left knee, reach the arms on up. Bring the hands down, pivot those right toes around. back to a downward dog or three-legged dog with that left leg. From your three-legged dog, left foot's gonna step back between the hands, crescent lunge, here we go, a little bend in that right knee, inhale, we rise, we settle, grab the right wrist, take a little bend towards the left, just a couple of inches, let's come back down through center, bring the hands down, downward dog, maybe gonna three-legged dog with that left leg. Where do you need to land? What is best for your body right now? Hanging in a downward dog, taking a child's pose, maybe a chaturanga, maybe it's a baby cobra or an up dog. Meeting back and up in a downward dog, hips nice and high. Let's walk the hands back towards the feet. Forward fold at the back of the mat, just melting over the legs. Maybe you're grabbing opposite elbows. Maybe we've got the hands interlaced at the back of the head. And then from here, nice and easy, let's gently inhale to rise all the way on up. And then let's gently bend the elbows, open up the chest. Let's inhale to reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, let's take a twist towards the right with wide arms. Let's inhale back through center. Let's exhale, take a twist towards the left. Let's inhale back up through center. Exhale, let's fold back down over the legs. Let's walk back out to a down dog. Now we're gonna come down to the belly. So you can do so in whichever way is most comfortable. Is it taking that puppy pose where we came down onto the forearms and then kind of rocked forward? Is it taking a chaturanga perhaps? But wherever we are, we're landing onto the floor, sliding the forearms forward. So here we are getting Sphinx, elbow directly underneath the shoulder, bringing that left forearm at a diagonal, right here next to the rib cage. Easy twist, just like 60% or so. Either stay here, maybe bend the right knee, maybe reach back, grab that right foot. If you're reaching back to grab the foot, make sure your right knee is directly behind the hip, so it's not too much over towards the right side of the mat. We want to keep our joints nicely lined up. And then from here, we can gently release. We're all going to come back. We're not rushing the process. We're coming back through Sphinx, allowing the spine to be in neutral for a moment, and then right forearm comes at a diagonal, left hand next to the rib cage. As we twist, we pause and we hang out here, or maybe we bend the left knee, grabbing the top of the foot. Again, left knee is in line with the hip. Taking another moment or two here. And then from here, let's gently release. Let's bring the hands back next to the ribs for baby cobra. And let's all press up and back to a child's pose, hips nice and heavy. Taking a moment here. And then let's gently come back on up to a tabletop. Okay. So from tabletop, again, our spine is in neutral, core gently engaged. And what I mean by the core being engaged, imagine like you're putting on a tight pair of jeans. So you know there's that feeling of like your belly's kind of like zipping up. That's kind of like the little bit of tension we're looking for. We want to keep all of that. Right foot steps back behind us. So toes on the mat. Hang here for a moment. You don't have to go any further if you don't want to. Or maybe we lift that right foot up off the floor. Right foot is flexed. Let's maybe reach the left arm forward for a bird dog. Just pausing here. So core is strong. Left arm is reaching forward. Right foot's pressing back behind you. Imagine like you're holding up the walls of whatever room you're in with that left hand, that right leg. Fabulous. Let's bring the hand and knee back on down. Switch sides. Core is strong. That's the center of your strength. So we want that activated to help stabilize us. Left foot steps back. Just start by pressing back with the heel. Hang out here for a second. Maybe you stay right here. Maybe you float the left leg up. Maybe you reach the right arm forward. And again, we're holding up either end of the room with that right hand, that left foot. So everything is strong, everything is long, and everything is active. And then let's bring that right hand, left knee down, tuck the toes, take a downward dog. Hips just float up towards the ceiling. Spine lengthens and we relax into the length. We relax into the length of the arms from your hands running all the way up to the shoulders. You relax into the length of your spine, which starts at the base of your head and neck and runs all the way to the tailbone. You relax into the length of your legs from the hips, from the tailbone running down to your ankle. So just again, kind of soften into that length, enjoy it. And when you're ready, we'll walk the feet to meet the hands, forward fold, easy forward fold at the top of your mat. We're gonna inhale to rise all the way on up. And then exhale to bring the hands down. Now, we're gonna take a wide-legged forward fold. Let's set up to face the long side of your mat. And perhaps having a block nearby, if you would like to use that to support the hands, but of course, just optional. We're stepping the feet nice and wide. Now we have the outside border of our foot lining up with the short end of your mat. So that way our ankles, knees, and hips are nicely all stacked and supporting each other. Let's all take a nice big inhale to reach the arms up. We exhale to melt, dive down over the legs. Hands can come to that block, to the floor. Again, we're melting over the legs with the upper body. Let's take another moment or two here. And then let's keep that right hand centered on the floor. Bring the left hand to the hip. Take a little twist here, or maybe that left arm comes up towards the ceiling. And then let's bring that left hand, center it on the floor. Right hand comes to the hip or up towards the ceiling. And then let's gently bring that right hand back down, folding over the legs. Let's press into the feet to inhale, rise all the way on up. And then let's gently bring the hands down. Let's turn the toes out towards the corners of the mat. And then from here, let's bend the knees, sit the hips back and down. We're pressing out with the inner thighs. Hands onto the quads. Drop the right shoulder down. Take a little twist towards the left. Let's come back up through center, nice and gentle. Left shoulder drops down. Take a little twist. Let's come back up through center one more time. Right shoulder drops down. We twist, we relax into the twist. We come back up through center. We drop that left shoulder down. We relax into the rotation. We come back through center. We straighten the legs. Inhale to reach those arms up. Exhale, relax the arms back on down. Let's gently step the feet together. Coming back up to the top of the mat. And inhale to reach the arms up. And exhale to bend the elbows, open the chest. And inhale to reach the arms up towards the ceiling. And exhale, we twist towards the right. And inhale, we come back through center. And exhale, we take a twist towards the left. And inhale, we come back through center. And exhale, we fold back down over the legs, forward fold. Let's step back again to a downward dog, hips nice and high. And then from here, let's gently drop on down to the knees. Finding a child's pose, dropping the tailbone down, relaxing the head and chest down. We're taking a moment to kind of just observe our work so far, our practice so far. Just kind of notice how the body has been responding to it. Let's take a couple more moments here. And maybe staying a little bit longer in child's pose is really what's best, allowing the tailbone to stay heavy towards the feet. Maybe you would like to go one more step kind of up from child pose in terms of activity. You'd like to take a puppy pose, bringing the hands and forearms onto the mat. Tailbone is now reaching towards the ceiling. Head and chest relaxes down towards the mat. Maybe you'd like to move up to an up dog, down dog rather. If you'd like to go beyond down dog, we can set up for a dolphin where we can interlace the hands. We want our elbows directly underneath our shoulders. So it really, really is wise to make sure the elbows are stacked directly underneath the shoulders. We press into the forearms, into the floor, because that gives you kind of like a buoyancy, a lift up into the shoulders. Head relaxes down to dolphin we go. We tuck the toes, send the hips up towards the ceiling. Dolphin here. You can have a little bend in the knees. Head and chest are relaxing back towards the legs. Give the head perhaps a little couple turns from side to side. And then let's gently all drop down, meet in a child's pose, relaxing on down. Take a moment to again observe how you feel after whatever pose you were just in. If you want to take one more dolphin, one more downward dog, we'll set up there. Again, puppy pose or child's pose is of course an option. If you're doing dolphin, I'm just going to cue because that's kind of the one we haven't done too frequently today. So elbows underneath your shoulders, press into the forearms, feel that little lift, that energy moving up into your upper body. Tuck the toes. Send the hips up towards the ceiling. You can have a little bend in your knees. You can lift your heels up. And then there's no weight in the head. The head just relaxing between your arms. Spine is long. Soften into your strength. Don't fight the strength. Don't kind of become rigid in it. Soften into your strength. Take another moment or two here, and then maybe melt the knees down. Find your way to a child's pose, relaxing into child's pose. Taking another moment or two here. And then gently starting to make your way onto the spine. So perhaps gathering whatever you might want for Shavasana in terms of extra layers, blankets, any kind of like yoga props, anything like that, just kind of gathering it, having it close by you. So you don't have to go too far to get it as we relax down. And we're all just going to come down onto the spine, bringing the knees into the chest, releasing the low back. Remember, you could use your yoga strap if you wanted to. You could bring the hands to the legs. The legs can also just hold themselves. And is it more comfortable to bring the knees in towards the chest and pause? Or do you prefer to find some movement, perhaps rocking the hips from side to side, or taking some circles with the knees? Taking a couple more moments to release the low back. That can be as long as you need as well. Let's not rush the process. The body's going to tell you when it's ready to move on to something else, or that maybe it wants to just stay right where it is. So it's just our job to listen. If you're ready for a twist, maybe bring the feet down, crossing that right ankle over the left knee, perhaps gently rocking the hips from side to side. And then eventually maybe dropping the legs in that figure four shape all the way over towards the left side of your mat. And a block or a blanket or a pillow could slide underneath that left leg to support it. And then we're just going to relax into the twist. Taking a gentle inhale through the nose. And an exhale to release. And again, a gentle inhale through the nose. And an exhale to release. Let's gently bring the legs back through center. Don't, again, rush the transition. Bring that right foot down. Let your spine come back to neutral before we move to the next side. And then left ankle can cross over the right knee. Perhaps there's a couple gentle little rocks from side to side. And then eventually we drop the legs in the figure four shape all the way over towards the right side of the mat. And again, a blanket, a pillow, a block could slide underneath that right leg for support. Let's take an inhale through the nose to expand the chest. And an exhale to release. And then one more time, a gentle inhale through the nose. And an exhale to release. And then gently bringing the legs back through center. Start to set up the legs in whatever shape is comfortable for you for Shavasana. So whether that's stretching the legs out, maybe keeping the knees bent, perhaps using some support by way of your yoga props. Once the legs are comfortable, we're going to start to gently rock the head from one ear to the next. So nice and slow. Like really take your time, gently turning the head from one ear to the next. So we're kind of using the floor as a way to massage out the back of the head, and it can be very soothing. Not only as it releases tension from the neck, but just also for your nervous system to have that gentle pressure and then kind of slow, gentle little back and forth. And you can either stay here, gently rocking the head from side to side, or you can kind of bring it back to a neutral position. We're all going to take an inhale through the nose and an exhale through the mouth. Again, a gentle inhale through the nose and an exhale through the mouth. One more time, a gentle inhale through the nose and an exhale through the mouth. One more time, a gentle inhale through the nose And an exhale through the mouth. Take a moment to just kind of assess your shape. Notice if you are truly comfortable or not. We want to make sure that there's no tension whatsoever in the body. So really making sure that your shape honors that. And if there is tension or a little bit discomfort, adjust. Allow yourself to be comfortable. Give yourself permission to be comfortable. Grab a pillow, stretch one of your legs out, whatever it is. Like I say, give yourself permission to be comfortable. And once you've arrived there, we're going to again take an inhale. Imagine with that inhale like you're pulling an ocean wave in. And as you exhale, you're pushing that wave out. So an inhale to bring that ocean wave in. And an exhale through the mouth to push the wave back out. And inhale to bring that wave in. And an exhale to release. Again, a gentle inhale, pull that ocean wave in. And an exhale to release. And then again, an inhale, pull that ocean wave in. And an exhale to push the wave back on out. One more time, let's take a gentle inhale. Pull that ocean wave in. And an exhale to push the wave out. Allow any feeling of heaviness to start to take over. Welcome in that heaviness. Start to soften and sort of melt into stillness. You are safe and supported by the floor. You can allow yourself to enjoy comfort. You can allow yourself to enjoy stillness.
And take a moment to notice how you feel. Maybe before you move, just check in, notice how you feel. How does your body feel? How is your mind? How is your nervous system? Is movement really what you need right now? Maybe it's actually some more time in stillness. It's not very often during the day we get to really experience stillness in its purest form without any kind of distraction. So perhaps staying there a little bit longer if that's what's needed. But as we're on the eve of a time where gratefulness, thankfulness are themes, take a little bit of time to offer gratitude towards yourself. Some gratitude for your nervous system, for being so strong, so resilient. Gratitude for your mind, always looking to explore, learn, expand. Gratitude for your body, this amazing system that just carries us through life every single day. So offering a little bit of gratitude back to you, bringing a little bit of love back into yourself. And also just recognizing the gentle power of a settled nervous system at the end of your practice. We are not scattered, anxious, overwhelmed beings at our core. We're actually very grounded and settled. And it's just when we start to identify with being scattered or overwhelmed that it starts to disrupt that. But actually, at our core, we're gentle, centered, but strong. So take that little reminder as you go into the rest of your week. Some gratitude back into you. Let that radiate out to those around you. And then remember to take that gentle strength with you of your settled mind and nervous system. Thank you very much, everyone. Take your time finding movement. If you're like blissed out and you don't want to move, just ignore me. But thank you so much for joining, everyone. Hope you have a wonderful next couple days, however you plan to spend that. Again, my name is Gabriella. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. I'm going to put some of my, oh, thank you. I'm gonna put my social, like my, oh, thank you. Thank you to everyone. I guess I'll put my, oh, thank you so much. Such lovely little responses. I guess I'll put my my Instagram handle in here if anybody wants to follow me. That's just where I kind of post the most updated stuff of what I'm doing. So it's yoga. Sorry, I'm just like typing. Yoga with Gabriella with a couple underscores. So, you know, I teach all around the city of Boston, you know, looking to expand more. So that's just kind of where I'll post if I'm doing like little events or something, you want to get in touch with me. I want to build an on-demand library this winter too. You know, as the winter months come, it'll be a good project for me to tackle. You know, since I won't be distracted by just wanting to be outside all the time. But yeah, that's a great way to just, you know, stay in touch if you would like.
But otherwise, yes, same to you. Everybody have a wonderful, lovely rest of the week, however you plan to spend that. Um, enjoy. Enjoy peace. Enjoy joy. Um, and enjoy being grounded. So thank you very much, everyone. I'll stay on for another minute or two. I'm sorry about that. So let me put it in. Okay, so let me put it into everyone one more time. So it's yoga underscore, I'm typing it right back in again. Yoga underscore with underscore Gabriella, and I spell it Gabriella. So I just sent that. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. I'm so blissed out from Shavasana that I don't even realize who I'm sending the chat to. So thank you for that. But yeah, thanks for coming, everyone. Hope you feel relaxed and ready to, yeah, wind down into your evening and into your weekend. So thank you very much. If no one has any other questions, then I'll start to close this all down and send you off into a blissful evening. So thank you very much, everyone. Have a great rest of your evening. Thank you for joining.